All right, you guys, welcome to a little training. Today, we're going to be talking about heart centered sales. So, as you know, my name is James. I'm a master coach. I've been doing this for about 5 years, and I want to help you make more money. And one of the biggest things that I've found with coaches, biggest challenges, especially heart centered coaches, coaches who love helping, that are oftentimes people pleasers, it's really hard for them to have a I need money to make my business work conversation, right? So whenever sales comes up, whenever money comes up, it starts to feel really icky and crinkly, and the throat starts to close up, and the butterflies start to happen. So what I want to do is I want to show you the system that I use to have heart-centered conversations with people that make the transfer of value and the transfer of money really, really easy. So I have Anna here with us. She's heart centered coach. She's trained in cranial sacral massage. I've been working with her to help massage people's emotions out with hypnosis. So she's going to be helping me show you guys, and I'm going to be teaching along the way. So the first thing I think I want to do here is have everyone take a deep breath in. Let's all take a deep breath in. And before I get into any actual strategies and skills, I think it'd be really important to start with mindset. When you sit down with another human being, with another individual, and just hold space, that's value. When you ask them about what's their challenges, what's their pains, and you can reflect that back to them with love and compassion, that's valuable. And then if you have the tools to go in and start to dig around and pull out this thing and pull out the beliefs and unpack it for them in a way that they can start to process what's going on, that's valuable. So you just being on a call with someone and you just holding space and you just being a mirror, you just doing the things that you're naturally gifted and good at is valuable and deserves compensation. Okay? So by you jumping on a coaching call or a sales call, you're actually offering value first. And I had this belief in my mind when I first started coaching. The belief was money makes love go away. That was the belief I had in my mind. Why? Because when I was little, my mom worked 3 jobs for money, and she was the love I wanted the most. But the money that she needed made her go away. So therefore, money makes love go away. So every time I would sit down and have a conversation for sales, it wasn't even a lot of money. It was $500. My throat would close and I would start getting really anxious. And someone who I just walked through a really powerful process together with would literally be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. And then I would shrink up and say, yeah, well, it's like $500 a month. I know it's a lot, but it's kind of okay energetically. And they'd be like, yeah, I'll think about it. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Right. So I was pushing the money away because I felt bad. So what I do, I changed that belief from money makes love go away to people show me love and gratitude in the form of financial abundance. So now when people pay me, it's because they're grateful. When people pay me, it's because they love me. And when I shattered that belief the very next day, I kid you not, the very next day, I signed on 3 clients. I was like, whoa, what? That's all I had to do. I just had to change a belief. Yes. And then I was like, well, this is really easy. Let's see what I could do. And then I raised my prices to $1,500 instead of $500. And then that week I signed on another client without any of the tension. Okay. So before we go into strategy and tactics, I want everyone to take a deep breath in and out. And just recognize if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel tense, if you feel anxious about money, there's usually beliefs there. And if you need support, let me know. We can jump on a separate call and we can start to play with that, because it's really easy to shift those beliefs around. Like I said, it's like took me one day, and then the money starts flowing in because you're not resisting it. Okay. So with that being said, let's jump into actually some strategy and tactics. I'm going to share my screen. And Anna, what we are going to do is you are going to be my playful coaching client as we move through this. Is that cool with you?
Yep.
Okay. So the basic outline, the basic structure that I want you guys to tune in with, it's very simple, very easy. Anyone can do it. What is your biggest pain? I just want you guys to just put it out there. I'm a Scorpio. I don't know about you guys. All right. But I have a Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. I have like 5 planets in Scorpio. So all of who I am, my entire personality is let's go to the depths of the depths of the depths and pull out the cries. And then magic starts to transform. That's my MO. Okay. So if that's not you, go listen to someone else. This is how I do it, and it works for me. Okay. What's your biggest pain? Challenge? What's really going on? Get beyond the surface level stuff. And I usually start with 3 breaths. We drop in, 3 deep breaths. And I say, look, I'm a Scorpio. I like to go deep. I like to go fast. We're here together for 45 minutes, for 60 minutes. Let's really dig into something. So if we were to chew on something, it could be a really big thing, really small thing. But if we could chew on it for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and process it and really give you some value out of that, what would that be? Right? That's my thing. Like, let's chew on it. Let's get a result and some value today. What would that be? What would you chew on? Beautiful. And then I ask, okay, what about that is the biggest pain there? What's the biggest challenge you got? You spend a little time on that, and then you go to the next step, which is, okay, well, what do you want instead? Right? I usually say the funny magic wand thing, all the sales conversations, gurus say, if I had a magic wand and I can grant you one wish like a genie, what would it be? Have fun with it. You outline that a little bit. And now you have 2 levers to pull. This is heart-centered sales. Their deepest pain, if you could resolve that. Anna, do you think that would be valuable?
Totally.
Okay. And if you can help them come into their best version and their dream ideal reality, do you think that would be valuable?
Very.
Okay. And oftentimes people don't even know what those things are. So just shining a light on it is valuable to begin with. Last thing that we do is check. Well, we make offer. And then we check for alignment. Okay. So really simple concept, really simple framework. It's worked for me for quite some time. So I'm just going to run you through this, show you exactly what I do, how I do it. I'll do a very short version with Anna, and then we'll play with it. Okay. So Anna, let's just pretend you're my client. What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest pain point right now? And let's play with it.
Getting clients.
Getting clients. Imagine that. Okay. So getting clients is your biggest pain point right now. Tell me, what about getting clients is painful, or what about that is challenging for you?
I would say selling myself,
Mhm.
showing them what I have to offer and making them see that it's valuable.
Ah, so beautiful. So this is what I want you guys to tune in with. I asked her 2 questions, and already as a coach with my night vision goggles on, I can see into the unseen realms. I see what one of her issues is. She thinks that her job on a sales call is to make someone see her value. Automatically, she is trying to sell something. She's trying to sell herself. But Anna, what I want you to start to think about, and this is a coaching moment, is instead of trying to get people to see your value, what I want you to start thinking about is why I was framing the whole call this way is you just giving them presence is valuable, right? So I'm going to show you that. Let's take a deep breath in, Anna. Are you okay with digging a little bit deeper into this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to think about this challenge that you have. And right now we're going to unpack, we're going to do a little coaching. Okay. Getting clients. Why is getting clients important to you?
Why is it important to me?
Yep.
Um, well, there's 2 reasons. One, because what I have to offer is valuable and can help people heal and become their best versions. And the second is I need to make a livelihood,
Mhm.
and this is what I enjoy doing,
Mhm.
and I'm good at it. So
Beautiful. So this is what I want you guys to tune into, okay? These are 3 questions that I learned from David Snyder. And what these 3 questions do is they drop people into their deepest values and the criteria in which you would know that those values are being poked. Okay? When I say poked, I mean, you get what you actually want. Okay? So, Anna, you want to get clients. Beautiful. Why is that important to you? We're starting to drill down. That's question number 1. Well, what I have to offer is valuable and I can help people. I want to help them become their best version. I also need to make a livelihood and I enjoy doing it this way. I'm good at it. Does that sound like I kind of understand your situation, Anna?
Yes.
Beautiful. So let's imagine that you're doing that. You're helping people become their best versions. You're offering them value, and you're making the money that you want to make. How much money would you like to be making from your coaching business?
Well, like we discussed, I think 1,500 for 6 sessions.
Yeah, but let's imagine you fill up your space, and per month, what would you like to make?
I feel like my right now goal would be 10 grand a month.
10K. That's a fun number. Everyone has that number. Beautiful. 10K a month. You said 10 grand, right?
Yeah, it's 10K.
Beautiful. So what I want you to think about is what would helping people become their best versions of themselves, really creating the livelihood you want, which is 10 grand a month. What would that get you? What would that give you? What would that do for you?
I think I would feel fulfilled and successful, and it would also give me enough space and time to continue with my further dreams. And I
Ah,
wouldn't feel that I would be working because I would enjoy what I'm doing.
perfect. So Anna, I'm going to ask you some questions around this. So what I want you guys to see, what just happened? We went from I want to get clients. Okay, that doesn't really tell us much. Everyone wants to get clients if they're a coach. Awesome. Why does Anna specifically want to get clients? Why is that important to her? Well, value. I want to be valuable to people. I want to help. I want to help them become the best versions. That's an important need for her. I want to help people. Then we go down to, okay, well, what would that actually give you? A sense and a feeling of fulfillment, a sense and a feeling of success. Okay. So what I want you guys to tune into is you're not selling coaching. No one wants coaching. Okay. They want what the coaching is going to give them. Right. I don't know if you can see Anna's background, but next time you look at her thing, she's on a beach, the wind's blowing, right? The waves are coming in, crystal clear water. She's on a beach in the Caribbean. It's beautiful. It's amazing. She has to buy a plane ticket. She has to get a hotel. She has to pay for food. She has to do all that stuff. But those things aren't what she wants. She wants to be sitting on a beach in the middle of the Caribbean, relaxing, enjoying, feeling good, feeling the sun on her skin, feeling the sand beneath her feet. That's what she wants to be feeling. In order to do that, she's going to buy an all inclusive trip or whatever it is, right? So, as a coach, you're discovering what she doesn't want, helping her paint a picture of what she does want. But what's really important here is why. She'll feel fulfilled, she'll feel successful, she'll have space to further her dreams. These are all power words inside of her mind. So, Anna, I just want you to tune into this. Take a deep breath in. And what I want you to do is, I want you to think about having the space and the time and the energy to further your dreams. What would you do with that space and time to further your dreams?
Hmm. I like what would my dream be?
Yeah. What are the furthering dreams that you want to step into?
Um, my further dream would be to own a Earthship. Sorry, my cat is making too much noise right now. My dream would be to own an Earthship retreat and community center and host retreats there, both what I host and also like hosting it, like renting it out for people to host retreats.
Mhm. Beautiful. That's a beautiful vision. Yeah, beautiful dream. I think Anna's making sure her cat's okay, so I'll take a second
Nope.
to tune in.
Nope. I was just letting him out so that
There
he
we
didn't
go. Okay.
keep bothering us.
So Anna, it sounds like time and space would actually allow you to own an Earthship, a community center, retreat center that you can support others in also fulfilling their dreams, renting out for other people to host retreats as well as yourself. And let me ask you this. How would that feel if you were doing that? Would it feel like work or would it feel like you're just enjoying life?
Well, if you love what you're doing, it's not really work, right? It's a labor of love.
If you love what you are doing, it's not really work. It's the labor of love. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to tune in what I did there. Okay. She doesn't want 10 grand a month. Okay. What she wants is to feel fulfilled, to feel successful. How is she going to know that she feels fulfilled and successful? She has time, she has space. Eventually, she'll have an Earthship retreat center where she can host retreats. This is really what she wants. Am I right, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So now, this is criteria and value. What does she really want? She thinks she wants more clients. But I want you to ask you this, Anna. Okay. If I were to put more clients and 10 grand a month on one side, and then I just give you a retreat center on the other side, which one would you choose?
I feel like this is a trick question.
Go ahead for it.
Well, I would choose my dream, which would be the retreat center.
Ah,
Because
so
then I would be able to do all of it and I already have the end goal, so I could just do a mix of it all there.
exactly. So Anna, what I want you to do, and for people watching this, I wish you can see her face and my face. How does it feel to think about owning your own Earthship retreat center? How does it feel?
It feels magnetizing and exciting and fulfilling. Yeah, just very exciting to be like, oh wow, I can just jump into like everything that I really want.
It feels like I can just jump into everything I want. So I want you guys to think about what just happened, okay? And this is where it comes. This is why it's called heart-centered sales, okay? Anna, if I told you I had a product for $2,000 that was going to get you exactly that, how hard would it be for you to say yes?
I don't feel like it would be hard at all.
Exactly. You're not selling anything. I want you guys to get that through your head really quick. I want you to tattoo it on your brain. I want you to drill it into your skull. I want you to think about what I'm saying. Okay. Salespeople have a really bad rap, and I'm gonna take this screen away from you for a second. Salespeople have a really bad rap because back in the 50s and the 60s and 70s, car salesmen would be really pushy with used cars, and they would be really pushy with used cars because they weren't good cars. They were broken, but they would sell it to you, and then 2 months later, it would break down and it would cost twice as much as the car is worth to fix it. And you couldn't do anything about it because, oh, well, you bought the car. So they learned all these sales tactics to get you to look this way while something underhanded was going. And that's where we get the sleazy car salesman from, right? So much so that they had to create laws to protect consumers from sleazy car salesmen. But that concept got stuck in the collective unconscious of our space that we live in. To now, people equate sales with sleazy car salesmen. Okay? Because when you poke the button and you really dig in, it's like, well, do you want your kid to die or do you want him to be safe on the highway? It's like, dang, man. Yeah, I want my kid to be alive. Like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll buy this car and the new upgraded seat or something. What I want you to think about is what we're doing with heart-centered sales. Everyone deep breath in. As a coach, we're helping the person in front of us actually articulate what their deepest desire is, articulate what's in the way of their deepest desire, and let them know and feel confident that we have the product that they need in order to get to where they want to go. That's it. I'm not making someone do anything. I'm putting an opportunity in front of them. It's like, imagine when you go to the supermarket, right? There's no one in the supermarket grabbing the cookies and putting them in your face like, hey man, you gotta have these cookies. Otherwise, something bad is gonna happen to you. I was like, no. The supermarket presents you with a multitude of opportunities. Some people have a good idea of what they want when they come in, and they get those things. Beautiful. No one's jumping off the shelf and elbow dropping someone because they didn't get the Jif peanut butter instead of Peter Pan. No, it's an opportunity that they're presenting. Now, what I want you guys to think about as coaches, think about this, okay? Because half of what I'm teaching you is mindset right now. Okay? I want you to imagine going to Costco. Or I want you to imagine going to some, big retailer, even going down the street and it's like there's a music festival. And what do you see? You see someone with a stand outside, and they have the little cups, the little toothpicks, and they're giving you a little sample. Who says no to the little sample? No one.
No one.
Yeah, I'll try your spicy marmalade. I'll try your little cheddar cheese, whatever it is. And what happens is people give out the samples, and then a percentage of those people who experience the product, who've never thought about the product before, maybe didn't even know the product existed, will say, wow, that's really good. I love that. That's so amazing. I want some. How much? And people said, it's $10. Oh, I got $10. Here you go. As a coach, the easiest way to sell your service that I found, and I know the people that are trying to sell you on ClickFunnels and sell you on email marketing and sell you on, you got to become a viral TikTok star, all that stuff. They're going to say, don't do free coaching calls. That's because doing a coaching call isn't the same as having a heart-centered sales conversation, right? It's framed as a coaching call. Hey, I have this service. Let's check it out. Let's practice. Let's have fun. I'm going to help you. Is there anything I can support with? Let's jump on a 30-minute, 60-minute call. And then on the call, you have this basic structure. What's the deepest pain in the problem? Illuminate it. Bring awareness to it. What's the desire? I did that through the conversation. And these are the 3 questions. I'm gonna mark them out for you because for the longest time, this is all I've done in my calls. The questions are, to find out what do you want instead is, why is that important to you? Why is it important? Boom. We got the answer. Well, I want to be of value to other people, help them become their best versions. I need to make money and a livelihood, and I want to enjoy doing what I love. Beautiful. How would you know that that's done? 10K a month. Beautiful. What would 10K a month give you? That's the next question. Why is it important to you? Ultimately, what would 10K a month give you? Now, you can substitute this in for anything. For her, it's 10K a month. For someone who's going through a breakup, it would be like, to save my marriage. Oh my gosh, well, what would that give you? Ultimately, like, why do you want to save your marriage? Well, because I've spent 10 years of my life with this man. I love him with all my heart. Oh, well, before you were complaining about how he was XYZ, but now you really want to say, okay, let's talk about that. Right? Last question I want you to ask, and I'm going to show you. Beautiful, amazing. Just because I'm a curious person. Ultimately, why is that important to you? And I'm going to show you. And Anna, I want you to give us some feedback after you give me the answers. We found out what she really wants. It's not 10K, because if I said 10K or this, she picked this. The 10K is going to be a vehicle to get her here. Ultimately, what's important to you? owning an Earthship Retreat community center, being able to host her retreats there, renting it out for people. It's very good to echo their words back to them because then they feel heard and understood. Do you feel heard and understood when I share back your words, Anna?
I do.
Beautiful. And let's talk about it. How would having that feel? It would feel magnetizing, fulfilling, exciting. It feels like I can just jump into everything I want. I want you guys to listen to the words, like feel the energy of that. Anna, when you think about jumping into everything you want, what does that feel like? What comes to mind?
Joy.
Joy. Okay, joy. I want you to tune into that joy, Anna, just for a moment. And when you tune into that joy, where do you feel it in your body?
In my heart.
Joy. So take a deep breath in. What color is that joy?
Purple and blue.
Purple and blue. And what I want you to do is I want you to notice that that joy is spinning a very specific direction. Can you feel it? Feel the energy of joy spinning? Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine spinning the energy faster and faster and faster. And notice what happens to the feelings inside your body when you spin it faster and faster. What happens?
It gets amplified.
It gets amplified. And what happens when you double it and triple that feeling of joy in your body? What do you notice?
It just continues to amplify. I'm just very excited for this future.
Beautiful. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine your Earthship home, the retreat center, community center. I want you to imagine hosting your first retreat there. And then feel that purple blue energy beginning to expand all around you, just like beautiful blue waves of purple and blue energy, attracting you to that future that you desire, magnetizing you, fulfilling you, exciting you. And I want you to imagine hosting your first retreat. How long is that retreat?
10 days.
10-day retreat. Just imagine. I want you to fast forward from day 1 all the way to 10. Notice how that feels. Seeing all the people, seeing all the amazing results you're getting. Oops. Deep breath. And now what I want you to do is at the end of the retreat, I want you to imagine one of those people are like, wow, this is such a life-changing experience, such a life-changing experience in place. I want to host my own retreat here. And then you get to see that your dream gets to ripple out and impact people without you even needing to do it. How does that feel?
It just feels incredible.
Feels incredible. So let me ask you this, Anna, last question. Ultimately, having the retreat, the Earthship, the community center, the exciting, fulfilling, magnetizing career, ultimately, why is that important to you?
It's where I feel embodied and fulfilled and one with nature and one with the community and myself.
Beautiful. So deep breath in. And out. And this is the last thing I want you to do for me, Anna, okay? I want you to imagine the path in front of you, and this is the last thing I do, okay? Last thing. It's easy. There's 2 paths in front of you, Anna, okay? On one side of the equation is you just going along your life and doing what you're doing. And on the other side of the equation is you taking absolute radical responsibility and radical action for your life and creating that beautiful dream reality where you're one with yourself, one with the community, and one with nature ultimately. Which path is on the left? Is it the one leading to your dream future, or is it the one leading to just the mundane?
The left feels like the mundane.
The left feels mundane. So what does that make the right path?
The right path.
Aha, isn't that interesting? So what I want you to do, Anna, is I want you to imagine floating, drifting, flying into the future, maybe 10, 15, 20 years into the future, onto the left path. And I want you to see yourself. And what do you notice? The first thing you notice about yourself 10, 20, 15 years into the future.
There was two things. One was like a heavy gut.
Oh, okay. There we
and
go.
the other and the other was just like slight depression and disappointment and not fulfilled with life.
Slight depression and not fulfilled with life, right? And if she could reverse time and come back to this moment right here, on this conversation, on this call, what would she tell you? What does she want you to know beyond anything else? What does she want you to know?
She would say, take the right path.
She would say, take the right path. Beautiful. So let's take a deep breath in. And what I want you to do is I want you to take her by the hand. Okay. Let's promise her this is never going to happen. She's not going to have that heavy gut. Okay. She's not going to be depressed. She's going to feel fulfilled with life. Let's imagine floating her over all the way. It's a very long distance, but I want you to go all the way 10, 15, 20 years into the future on the right path, taking her with you. And you find yourself floating down into that moment where you see yourself and she has the retreat center. She has that joy, connection with nature, self, and the community. And she's just vibrating with this purple, blue joy in her heart. What message does she have for you?
What message does she have?
Yeah, what does she want you to know? What does she want to tell you that maybe she's been trying to tell you for a long time? She just didn't have the phone necessary to do it.
Keep going. You're on the right path. And it's right there. It's going to lead to fulfillment, happiness, connections, embodiment.
Beautiful. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the one from the other path and notice, how does she feel seeing this version of
Jealous.
you?
Regret.
Mm, beautiful. Does she want to go back to her timeline?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So let's tell her she can stay here, but she can't self-sabotage me. Can you make that deal with her?
Yep.
Beautiful. Deep breath in. I want you to imagine floating back to this moment, this time, and I want you to see that left path that was leading to that old destination. I want you to imagine that path just beginning to crumble. It's like the structure is just falling apart. The energy is pulling from it, and we're putting all that energy into the right path until that one path in front of you is just the only one you can go down. Can you do that? And
Yeah.
how does that feel, Anna?
Feels right.
Feels right. So let's take a deep breath in. And out. So, coming back to the moment, right? Knowing that you have a GPS pin plopped down. You have the GPS, right? But traveling the road, you need the right vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you, what was that experience like, Anna?
That was great. I would do it again.
You do it again, right? Do you feel like I sold you anything?
Nope. But I know that I want to come in for what you offer
And how do you know
because it was the right path.
that? Right? So, guys, this would be the moment in time where I would then say, look, Anna, I've helped this many people do exactly what you want to do, right? I can't necessarily promise you that you're going to get an Earthship next year, okay? But I know that if you keep heading in that one direction, you're going to get what you've always gotten. So what I do is I help people turn degree by degree onto the right path that they want, that leads to joy, excitement, magnetism, fulfillment. Noticing I'm using all of her power words back, right? I know her now. I ask the right questions to get inside of her deepest desires, and I have the words so that she feels heard and understood. Do you feel heard and understood, Anna?
I do.
Okay. And the beautiful thing about this process is Anna, when you were thinking about getting clients, did you know the deepest reason was so like, I mean, you knew it was a dream, but were they connected like in a deep way in your body?
I think so, but maybe 2 months ago I didn't know that.
Beautiful.
But maybe not on a practice call, someone wouldn't essentially know that.
Yeah. So what I want you guys to tune into is Anna, did you have that full body experience like you just had before?
No, no.
That's the
Okay.
point. That's what I wanted to make. Anna has been coaching. She's been marinating on this stuff, working on these things. She's been in programs all summer. She's been traveling and doing these things. But what I want you to understand is the people that you're sitting in front of maybe never thought about what they really want in their entire lives. A lot of times when I was a relationship coach, people never felt heard before in their entire lives. They've never received that ever. It's like their childhood pain, their trauma, whatever. It's like neglect, abandonment, abuse, whatever it is. It's like they've never felt gotten by another human being. So just that is offering tremendous value. And then when you walk them through this process, it's like, holy shit, that's possible? Huh? And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, this is what I do. So through this process, you show that you're an expert. You show that you're a master. You show that you're a wizard. I don't have to sell anything to her. I got her to see what she needed to see, and then I'm here. Hey Anna, I have this thing on the shelf. It's called one-on-one coaching. It's what I do. It's 6 sessions. We start at the beginning. You go through a hero's journey. I can't guarantee you results because you have all the answers, right? I don't know what's inside of you. I don't know what we're going to face, but I know that I have the tools to face it. So by the end of our journey together, I call it the Rising Phoenix program for a reason. We're going to go on a hero's journey. And I can't promise you a specific result, but I can promise by the end of our time together, you're going to be a completely different human being. That's what I'm really good at. How does that feel for you?
Feels great. How can
Beautiful.
you how can I pay you?
And that's the piece. How much is it?
Yeah.
What? How? What? And that's why I say 6 sessions, $1,500. How does that feel? And then you're
Feels
going to get
doable.
2 answers. Okay, sounds good. Or you'll get like, fuck. Well, I don't have that right now. Can you do a payment plan? That would be a lot better. Okay, what can you put down today? And now all of a sudden, it's like they already said yes. It's just now the money is just this thing that has to happen in order to get their dream. And if they really don't have the money, guess what? As a coach, find a way to do some kind of, I use Square Afterpay, right? It's Afterpay. Awesome. Well, how about we, see if you qualify for this thing? Okay. All right. And now it's $150 a month over 12 months, but you get paid up front. Can you do 500 a month? That's stretching it. Okay, how about this? What can you put down? 600. Beautiful. So now it's 450. Can you do biweekly? Now you're negotiating, and that's where you want to be. And if they really don't have the money, totally fine. I'm detached from this. I want to support you. You know what I can do instead is I have this course, or I have this YouTube channel, or I have this product, or I have this community. And now all of a sudden your one-on-one becomes the high ticket, and people who can't afford it spend $100 a month in your community. Right? So these are all the ways that you can start to like funnel people in, even if they don't have the money. Totally understand what normally happens with people is when they're in a certain situation, 6 months down the line, they do have the money. Right? So I know that if you really wanted it, and I have a story, you guys, and this will be the last little thing. I don't want to make this too long. I signed up for a $15,000 master coaching program. Most people have never spent $1,000 on themselves, $2,000. So that's a lot of money. So I just give them a perspective. It's like, hey, I spent 15 grand that I didn't have. But I knew it was an aligned thing. My soul was saying, dude, this is it. It's what you've been waiting for. My bank account was saying, says who, bro? Right? So what did I do? I said, listen, God, source, universe, if this is what I'm meant to do, I'm all in. Let's make it happen. If it was 3,000 or 5,000, I would have felt really anxious because I'm like, I got to figure out how to do it. Because it was so far out of my grasp, $15,000. I was like, it's up to you. And then 3 days later, I was signing up. How? Happened. Someone I knew, my wife, talked to someone, and they were able to give me a loan. And I just paid it off over 2 years. It happened because I said yes because it was soul aligned. So if you have a story like that, tell them, hey, do you have a mom and dad? Hey, do you have friends? Hey, do you have a credit card? Hey, if this is really, if money was off of the table, is it a yes? I don't care about the money. The money will come. I know. Is it a yes? If they say yes, beautiful. Let's talk about it. And now you have a conversation. Does that make sense, Anna?
It does.
Heart Center Sales. Do you have any questions?
No, that was really thorough. And I guess one question was if they don't know what they want, then that would be what you offer them, is helping them figure out what they want.
Can you phrase that in another way? If they don't know what they
Yeah.
want,
So
then
if you ask them like, what is your biggest challenge right now? Or like, okay, what do you want instead? And they're like, I don't know what I want instead, or I don't have a dream. How would you phrase, or how would you navigate that?
well, one, there's okay, two little banana branches. I don't know why I said banana branches, but two little things there. One, if someone doesn't have a pain, they're lying to you. I don't want liars. I don't want to work with liars. I was talking to a woman the other day, and it was just a 15-minute call. I was like, hey, let's jump on, let's talk. I was like, let's dig in. What's your biggest pain? She's like, oh yeah, everything's great. She had a nice fun accent. Everything's fine. It's great. Oh yeah, nothing's wrong. I was like, nothing's wrong? What's your secret? What do you mean? So the business is good. And what's really going on? Like, come on, I got you. And she started bawling her eyes out. She's like, oh, my husband. Ah. I'm like, oh, there it is. There it is. That I was feeling something. So sometimes people just don't feel comfortable. They don't trust you yet. They don't know you. And they were told when they're a child, be strong. Poke it. You're a coach. Who cares? Hey, you have the perfect life? Come on, be honest with me. And then crack it open. If nothing's really going on, they got their stuff together, they're working out, they're eating right, they got a good relationship, they're happy with their friendships, they're happy with their job. Amazing, awesome. Do you have any friends who might be going through a challenging time? When you get on a coaching call with someone, a sales call, whatever it is, meet and greet, whatever it is, there's always a potential for a sale. If that isn't it, hey, if you have any friends who need support, you know who to send them to.
So I
I've had
guess
people. Go
I
ahead.
had a question more like if they're so deep in pain that they can't see past that, like they can't see like a positive, you're more offering them, okay, the what I'm offering you is to get out of pain or to help you on that journey out of pain.
Yep. Some
Okay.
people don't even know they have needs. I didn't even know I had needs for a long time. Wanting something is a very big, dangerous thing because you just be disappointed. But if you can poke at the pain, being out of pain is their next step. And that's a deep desire. I don't want to feel like I'm a piece of ish anymore.
Okay.
Okay, I can help. That's easy. Yep. Easy. I can do that. 2,000. Let's do it. I don't have $2,000. Okay. Check out my podcast. Do you have any friends? You want to join my group coaching? Right. So if they don't know they're in pain, like they don't know what a dream outcome is, that's your job as the coach to help illuminate and shine light on it and ask the right questions to be able to help them navigate those uncharted waters. And oftentimes this process, Anna, you've been doing inner work, you got your stuff together, you have a vision, you have a dream, you're already well established as a massage therapist. You've been doing this stuff for a while. Someone who hasn't and they've never been coached, they don't have the tools. You just like literally, you just where do I have a little but you you poke the smallest little button of insecurity, and all of a sudden they're bawling their eyes out, and you're holding space. And that in and of itself is a transformative experience for them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So just that, just them seeing that you can hold them in their pain will make them know, like, and trust you and be like, I need more of that. I don't even know what you just did, but I need it. I didn't know I needed it, but I need it. Please, I need help. Can I do a payment plan? I got you. Does that make sense? Are there more questions?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, now I just need to get some people in front of me.
Yes. And that will be a future training. Yeah. So if you guys like this is a lot of fun for me. I'm enjoying this. Tell a friend who's a coach, come check out these. I'm putting all this stuff on Spotify for free because I wish that I had a James in my life when I was starting off as a coach, right? I just sat down and I would just get on coaching calls with as many people as I possibly could when I started just to get good because I didn't believe in myself. But then when people started saying, James, 1 month of work with you has been more impactful than 10 years of therapy, I was like, well, maybe I should charge something for this. Boom. And the people that I helped in those first 6 months of free calls just to get good, 6 months later went through a crisis. They went through a breakup. Something happened. But because I held that space, they knew who to call. Or they had a friend that was going through something. And they were like, you got to talk to this guy. His name's James. And then by the time that wave crashed and came back to me, I was charging for my services. So live in the give. If you're brand new, just help people. Just help. Don't worry about getting paid. Keep your day job. Do 5. I did 15 calls one week. Just do calls. Get good. Join a community of other people that are doing the same thing as you, so you have support for yourself and you're getting your own coaching. And then, my friend, just start charging something. If it's $47 a call, 97, 500 for a month, 1,000 for a month, whatever it is, start where you're at and keep practicing. If you watch this over and over again, it's going to ingrain into your mind. Write it down and just do the practice. Okay, guys? Sending you lots of love. If you need anything, just shoot me a message.